What was the biggest challenge for you?
Building up the tree structure.
Okay. So, good morning. Here are the guys from Germany. We're waiting for the next riddle. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Achim.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Frank.
Are you well prepared? Greetings to Toby. Are you prepared well for this riddle?
Yeah, well, we are. We now know what we expect. We got 6 days solutions for 6 days. Now it's the 7th day, so now we got kind of we know what happens, and I think we are well prepared. Yes.
Okay, fine. Then we jump to the start and then to the solution. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I'm looking on the puzzle input. Okay, yeah, that's a console jump, it seems.
It looks like a history.
Yes.
A history and output.
So I'm pretty sure I will need this. As test data.
Okay, no, it's easier if you know the commands. Not cd change directory ls list.
That is pretty much a standard cd command that I know from DOS and console and so on. But this is from Linux.
So, and you have to find the sum of the total sizes of the directories. So just log into the terminal and writing the command du.
I'm pretty sure that this will get some upgrades over the event.
You have to sum all numbers. I think you have to sum all numbers in the first time.
The sum of the total sizes of both directories. Okay. That seems to be quite easy.
Just pass everything to a number, ignore the exception, and then count everything.
Something like that.
So Achim streams his input. He split the line into a string array, and then he takes the first array and passes it to an integer. And if it's an if there's thrown an exception because it's in text, then he returns 0. Then sum everything. And should be ready.
Yes. It's not that name.
So
let's try.
His test data is right. And he got the first solution. No, he got it not.
I didn't.
But your test data is right.
Yes.
48381.
But maybe I have an integer overflow or something like that.
Oh.
So I'm switching over to long. Don't know.
Okay, again.
It is the same result. What did I miss?
Maybe long is not big enough?
Oh.
Just using big integer or something else?
There's a file size limit.
Ah, okay. Oh.
And I didn't see that. Wait. I can can filter that. Run.
But now your first part is wrong.
No, it's not. I didn't look at this.
Ah, okay, yes, you're right. 94853.
You're actually at the answer?
No.
I'm
Nope.
very much in the beginning here.
No. There's a constraint.
Find all of the directories. Yeah.
It's a directory tree and we jump around with a CD command.
It is not sufficient to just sum up all of the file sizes.
No, you need to build the tree first and then
You have to
iterate
build
the tree.
the actual tree.
Yeah. And actually we have to parse these CD commands because in CD command you get an absolute file name or a relative file name. You need to distinguish these two cases, I guess. Both are in there. So I'm not really sure if really both are in there, but it looks a bit like it. So we could look into the input file.
So it's more than counting the sizes. You have counted sizes per directory. And if the directory is lesser or bigger than 100,000?
Yeah, you will use a 64-bit integer, but this will be enough.
No.
There's no problem.
The constraint. Find all of the directories with a total size of at most 100,000. Then calculate the sum of their total sizes. And we and Achim just add all files and not all directories.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, but we don't need to build a tree. We can simply get all ls commands, but maybe we get an ls command twice within one directory, so we would count it doubled. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Still we need to...
Yes, but you are right. You have to... Everything after an ls is one directory.
Yeah, after an ls, the listing of the current directory is printed. Yeah.
Yes. And maybe there
this is the simple part. The more complicated part is to keep track, which is the current directory. So also we need to consider the directory name ... which goes to the parent directory. Yeah, okay, but there are no absolute file names. I just checked. So this makes it a bit less complicated.
Okay, this process can count files more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do the ls command twice within one directory, sooner or later you will count it twice.
Yeah.
No, that...
So guys, what is the status?
I finished the algorithm. Now I need to clean it up so it compiles and runs. So for the first star, I finished it. Maybe. Let's see.
No, I don't need that here. That's not right either. Command stuff. Could someone please fix this content assist? It's got a bit buggy. Wait, no.
Okay. So I got some bugs in the code. I need to debug now.
Achim, what about a switch case instead of if?
Wouldn't give so much of a bonus there,
Okay.
because I'm ifing over the elements of the command. That might do some good. So, kicking that out. Don't need it here.
I will explain the riddle again for the audience. So this is directly from a console. So you are switching to the root, then you got a list of all files and all directories. The root contains a directory called bn1 dmpanhdh and a file and some other folders, some other directories. Then we are switching to the first directory. This is this directory. And doing a list, and there are a lot of files, a lot of directories. Then we switch into the next directory. So this is a tree. And this directory got one file. Switching back, switching to the next directory. And so on. And now we have to count every file in the directory, but the files are counted more than one if there's a root directory or a parent directory. And the problem is, these are a lot of files, and you go back, you go into a directory, and you count them.
So I just uploaded my first solution, but it was unfortunately a wrong one. So
very pity.
I need to debug more. But at least it runs
Okay.
files. So there's something to present. So how to debug this? This is also a more or less problem. So, but okay, we can.
100,000.
What is the example value?
The result for the example? I'm not sure. So it's down there. Sum of the total sizes would be 95,437 in this example.
Yeah, but Achim got this. No, Achim got this not. Achim, you mean 95437?
Yes, but what I did there somewhat worked for the sample data, but not for the real data.
No, your sample data is wrong, Achim. You missed 584. Your sample data, part 1, right? Part 1 is your sample data. And the sample data is, you have to add.
Yes, but there I filtered out any file that was too large.
Yeah,
I got that.
Yeah, your sample data is wrong.
No, I didn't.
The sum of, yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why did it miss this? Anyhow.
Okay. Sorry that I was too late.
So we have the size of files. No. Ah, crap. program for that.
I didn't consider changing to the parent directory, so this is not a good idea.
Achim, you only missed the root directory.
I went through all files for the stupid approach.
Okay. No.
That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Okay.
What you see, Achim?
I need to go again through the tree. Okay. The filter here is complete nonsense. So I need to just sum that up, and then I need to get every directory there is and filter everything out that is larger than 100,000. So this is not the result. Oh, Matt, what's your... that's your problem. Run. Okay, now I get that right. Submit. Yeah.
Okay, Achim has his first
Great.
star. Very good. Then come to the next riddle.
What list is available is
Now you are ready
something
to choose
like
a
70
directory to delete.
megabytes. Need 30 of that.
Find the smallest directory that, if deleted, would free up enough space to the file system to run the update. What is the total size of that directory? Okay.
So we need to determine the amount of space that we need to free up, and then we need to find the smallest one that is bigger than that. Oh, okay, doable.
So what is the limit? You have choose the smallest one from some big directories. But what is the limit? The limit is 3 million? Nee, 30 million? No. Why you choose D? Okay, the other one is the root one. When it's big enough. Okay, it depends on the whole size. You have to come close to 70 million, right?
Okay, that is the amount that we need to free up. And now we use something like this. See, something is bigger than that. Do that thing there. Run. So
What is part 2? Part 2 is the size of the killing directory. The directory to kill.
that is not the value expected. I think. Wait. But it is there.
Part 2 is the whole size of all directories, right?
Part 2 gives the size of the directory that you need to kill to do the update. And for the sample data, it's this value which I got.
Okay.
So I submit this. Haha!
Okay, congratulations, Achim.
The code is butt ugly,
Okay.
but it works.
Then, Achim, can you explain me what you have done? And then we are finished for this video.
I can do that. So, first part, reading that stuff line by line, as usual.
Yes.
Then, parsing that directory structure from the console results,
Yeah. This is your
line
class.
by line.
This is dear parser is your class, right? Or is this a class from the?
Is my class that I created for that.
Okay.
So, commands. If a command is entered, the line begins with a $sign.
Okay.
And the tokens are separated by a simple white space, by a single white space. So the commands that we need to track are the CD commands. The ls commands are interesting but not important because we can separate the outputs from the ls command by just if you go through here. This is a cd command going back to root, but this is an ls command, yeah, but we can ignore that line essentially and just go through its output, which means a directory entry begins with dir.
Yeah.
The file entry begins with a size.
Mm-hmm.
So if it begins with a directory entry, we get the dir, we get that name. So I look if I already know that directory at the current position. So from the current directory, I look into that subdirectories and determine if that directory exists. If it doesn't exist, I created a new and register the current directory as its parent so that I can navigate backwards.
Yeah, okay.
That is important. And put that into the directory map, and the name for a directory is in its parent because root doesn't have a name.
Understand.
And for the files, it's easier. Even if a file occurs multiple times, we just put it in and that's it.
Okay.
Continuing the command parser. As I said, the command begins with $. Then the only command that really is of interest is cd.
Done recursive. I get it.
Yeah, Frank, congratulations.
That's it.
Achim, please go on.
And it has 3 variants. Go back to root directory.
No.
Go back to the current parent of the current directory, which would lead to a null pointer if the current directory is already root.
Yeah.
But then we would have faulty input. And go into a subdirectory, and here again, if we don't encountered it before,
Then create it.
I just create it.
Yeah, okay, understand.
So that we can use it nonetheless. So that's for the processing, as I said, line by line.
One question. It looks strange that if you create the directory, please go to the code again. In line 140, you take x array 2, and in line 124 you take x from array 1. This is a little bit strange.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
It's confused me.
The point is, for the cd command, x0 is $, x1 is a cd command itself, and x2 is its parameter. to where we go.
Yeah.
From the directory listing, x0 is the identifier that it is a directory, and x1 is its name.
Okay, understand. Alles klar. Okay, nice. Okay, then please go forward.
So
you got your
at
directories?
Exactly. At this point, we have the structure, and I created a visitor, not quite following the visitor pattern. I didn't have the time to build up that infrastructure, or didn't believe to have the time.
You need to actually
and visit the directory structure recursive to build up the directory sizes.
Yeah.
This thing is doing it. So going through there and and going into the recursion here.
Okay.
So the total size of the directory is the size of its contained files and its contained subdirectories.
And I remember maybe you missed the file size from the directory itself. No, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I don't think so.
No. Maybe I'm
This
wrong.
is a file size from this is a some size from the files within the directory itself.
Yeah. Okay. Then to the main again, please.
Back to the main. So
then you visit everything. You
exactly.
collect.
We need to visit that again, and in this case, we use a while loop and a list of directories that we want to visit, and look into each directory, check if its size is equal or below 100,000. So summing all directories up that meet the size limitation.
Yeah.
And throw in the subdirectories into the work list so that we can visit them through. That is junk code from the first try, and we can put out the summed up size as a result for part 1.
Okay.
For part 2, it was specified that the disk size is 70 megabytes. And we need 30 megabytes free to do the update. So the used space is a p root summed size. So the total size of the root directory. If we would wipe everything, we have enough space because then nothing is used anymore.
Yeah.
And we can calculate the free size by taking the disk size and subtracting the used size. And furthermore, the size that we need to free up, we get from taking the requirement size and subtracting the already free size. So we get the amount of space that we need to free.
Yeah.
And I'm using this list, which is empty at this point. Throw in the root directory again. Initialize the kill directory size at a horrendously large value. I could take the 70 million or I could just use long max. Go through every directory, again, throwing the subdirectories into the work list. And if the summed size of the directory is, I could have thrown an equals here as well, because that would be sufficient as well. But I found the right solution, so it's good enough.
Yeah.
If that directory is big enough so that we have enough space, we can check if it is the smallest directory that is suitable for the job. So we take the minimum of the already known directory size. That's why I initialized it at max.
Yeah.
and that directory size. So going through all directories, this should grow smaller and smaller and smaller until it can't grow smaller anymore. And then we can put it out.
Okay, last two questions, but one question is answered. How long do you need? You need 37 minutes. Okay.
For part 1 and 42 for part 2.
Okay. And the second point is, what was the biggest challenge for you?
Building up the tree structure.
Okay.
Because I don't believe that there are suitable prefabricated tree structures. There are none per default with Java, and I don't think that there are many languages out there that provide something like that out of the box.
Okay. Thank you, Achim. Frank, what's your status? Are you still working on the solution?
Yes, I had some difficulties with the string processing thing, the file names with the slashes and so on. And also I solved kind of different problems. So I didn't consider that there are recursive directory sizes. And I guess now I actually got the right solution. It works on the example, and now I will try to the real input, and then I have to leave for my doctor's appointment, and I will solve the second star later.
Okay, I wish you luck. For now, we will leave you alone with your problem. And
thank you.
we see us next day, tomorrow again, and I hope you got more success tomorrow. Then, thank you, guys.
Frank, as a Klingon said, Kapla, which means success.
So, then, bye-bye, everybody. This were the guys from Germany. Bye.
Have a nice day.